Now, reporter Pule Letshwiti-Jones has been following the DA march in Johannesburg. He's joining us now live this hour on Today just to bring us the latest. Good afternoon, Pule. So I'm assuming, I don't know if that DA march has now ended.
Yeah, well, from as far as I understand, is that the DA march has, of course, ended. I'm just going to ask my colleague Teddy just to unmount his camera so we can continue to show you the visuals coming from the ANC's headquarters, where members of the ANC Youth League continue to march. Of course, this comes amid the concerns of the energy crisis, in which South Africans have been riled in the wrong way, and they're now calling for answers, demanding that there be answers. Earlier on, the spokesperson, of course, did address the media, in which he said that some of the members of the ANC were, of course, engaging in the energy dialogue. Now, we know of the Secretary General, Mr. Fikile Mbalula, who will be at the University of Johannesburg, of course, engaging in an energy symposium and addressing some of the issues that the party thinks may try to solve the energy problem in the country. But of course, also one important aspect is that he did say they will not be receiving any memorandum from the DA whatsoever, saying that they will not be giving them time, that the only time they'll give the DA is a constructive meeting between the DA and, of course, members of the ANC Youth League. Perhaps we can just take a listen to what he had to say earlier on when he addressed the media.
Okay, we've used that bite a little bit earlier, Pule. Apologies for that. But you are there, we're seeing ANC members in the background. Are you aware if the DA has now left that area around Luthuli House?
Yeah, definitely. The DA was just about 2 minutes away from where we are standing, literally. And they have now been directed to go to their buses. My colleague Sihlengit did follow the DA members, and he has confirmed that they have all now vacated the Johannesburg CBD. They've went to their respective places. But of course, the DA believes that their mission was achieved, despite there not having been clashes between the ANC and, of course, the DA. And, of course, those questions around why specifically the ANC headquarters, they say they have achieved their mandates. They believe that they have mastered the ANC headquarters because they say this is where the signatures of contracts and, of course, the corruption emanates from. Of course, those are allegations being brought by the DA as well. But John Steenhuisen, the party's leader, of course, saying that from now onwards they will be ensuring that they try to hold the party to account. It remains to be seen whether a similar march will take place to the headquarters of NERSA in Pretoria and, of course, Megawatt Park, which is the offices of the utility being Eskom. Let's just take a listen to what Mr. Steenhuisen had to say earlier on.
Today's march is about starting to take power back and giving it back to the people of South Africa where it belongs. Power not to the government, power to the people. Power not to the government, power to the people. Power not to the government, power to the people. Because that's where it belongs, in a democracy, in the hands of you, the people. And that's why we're here today in these library gardens at Luthuli House. Now let me tell you, we've had to deal the last 2 weeks since we announced the march with the pearl clutches and those in the media who are squeamish when the DA stands up and takes a stand on behalf of South Africans. And the airwaves have been full of it. Why are you going to Luthuli House? Why don't you march to Eskom, to Megawatt Park? Why don't you march to NERSA? And the answer is simple. When you have a problem, you go to the root cause of the problem and you address it at the root cause of the problem.
DA leader John Steenhuisen, they're addressing members just around the corner from Luthuli House. That's the head offices of the governing party, the ANC, in Johannesburg, a little bit earlier today.